Welcome back, everyone, to DudeNews. If you're wondering why I'm not wearing glasses today, it's because they are broken. So seriously, donate money or send me money so I can buy new glasses. This is a serious topic today. I'm sure you've all heard about the big drama on YouTube, which is basically it's like about YouTube and the old COPPA and FTC thing and all this. Like with YouTube, they've been fined like over 42 grand, which they've seemed to be getting fined a lot lately. It's like in my Discord, so like just tons of chat about it, and I mean some chats on Instagram. It's like doing everything everyone's talking about. So this is something you may want to look at if you haven't heard about it or even looked into it. It's kind of a big deal right now. Okay. It's like I will put links because there's a whole bunch of stuff here in Discord server which we'll look at. Which I will put a link to. There will be a link for them in the description, because I think they were saying they were going to delete channels that don't make money. I don't think that's necessarily the case, because there's just trying to get my basic understanding of what's happening. Because like I'm sure with there's like now with YouTube you have to set your content to if it's aimed at kids or if it's not aimed at kids, or you can literally decide for each video. But then I think there's a bot that actually like double checks just to make sure. So if you set it for kids, but it could detect something that says, oh hey, this isn't actually for kids, and then you could possibly get fined like 42 grand. Or I think if you get like caught so many times you have to pay like $1 million. Who the hell can afford that? Who could even afford 42 grand? Like, come on. It's just a bunch of mess. Like, it's like we're being punished for parents not really doing their jobs, because you can kind of understand why they're doing, but at the same time it's literally destroying YouTube. What this whole COPPA and FTC thing. So there's a bit here. There's like, here's what the TOS says in plain English. So it's like, if a service we provide is not making us money, it's underused, we can shut it down. For example, if people stop using YouTube Music, it's costing us more than it makes us, so we discontinue. It's like, wasn't there a YouTube Kids app? I don't know if that's maybe one that absolutely deleted it. I'm not entirely sure. There's no new rights to our TOS to terminate any account because it's not making money. Therefore, we may discontinue certain YouTube features or parts of the service. For example, if they're outdated or of low usage, this does not impact the creators' views in any way. So, like, your channels won't be terminated. So it's just you can choose your family if your videos are family friendly or not. So again, it might like to be a bot to help detect this, but you could get fined. It was like 40 grand. So it's like, come on. So I think there is a petition. That's what I was trying to say. I'll put that link in the description as well. I actually signed that. I think there's at least, I think there's over 1 million people that need to sign it. It's over like 500,000 so far, and I think this has to be done before December. Let me see if I can pull that up here. You see, there's a save the family-friendly content on YouTube. See, over 500,000 people have signed it, and it has to get to 1 million. Sign the petition if you haven't. Okay, we need to save YouTube. Okay, because YouTube viewers and creators petition are the Federal Trade Commissions. Federal Trade Commissions. That's what the FTC stands for. To clarify and reconsider to the new Children's Online Privacy Protection (COPPA) rule. Regulations on YouTube creators shutting off personalized ads on creators. Content will cause more harm than good, especially for children. Quality, family-friendly content will shrink, while more mature content will grow, yet kids will still be watching. So, if that's the case, that's literally messing up a bunch of YouTubers like Jack. He swears Mark. PewDiePie has cut back on swearing. But like, this still affects so many people on YouTube, because like swearing, it's like saying, oh, you can't swear at all, like you have to be family friendly, but like not every channel is for kids, it's like, that's why I thought there was a YouTube Kids app. I don't know if that's still there, but like, why are we being punished? The parents should be aware of what the kids are watching on YouTube and all this, because like, I don't mean to sound old, but it's like back when I was a kid. Like YouTube, it wasn't a whole lot of people on. Like it was there, but like it was still relatively newish. Like I said, maybe for a few years, but like it wasn't a big thing people were on. It was kind of just like a thing. We could just share videos that you made and all this, but like it was just like a sharing platform. A bit of content and that, but then over time those people start getting into it. It's more of a company rather than just a place where you can grow. And it's just it's bucked, dude. But the FTC should not expand COPPA regulations for content creators broadcasting or broadening the definition of child direct to include child attractive would force many more creators to turn off personalized ads. As a result, even more quality content will dry up, and more mature and extreme content will fill the platform. So, yeah, I'll put links to all this stuff in the description if you want to read more about it. It's just a big dick move. Like, you can understand why they're doing this, but again, it's not helping us in any way. You know, because there's been loads of people. I've seen like loads of people debating whether to. Like I think it's 9th or 10th of December or something, this possibly is coming in, which I've seen a bunch of people are on about deleting their channels because they like you don't want to get fined like 40 grand. You literally, how are you supposed to pay that off unless you've got one hell of a job? This should be fucking paying off for the rest of your life, dude. Like, so we can sign that petition. Then you need like 1 million people. There's over 500,000, so be sure to sign that. So yeah, so on about like they're not terminating accounts, but it's just like old features and stuff. Next, you can always jump into the server anyway, because we do post a lot of helpful stuff about YouTube and trend. Because like even though I don't do just DudeNews a whole lot, there is, if you're always into the server, link is in the description. It's always Rob. He's always posting stuff. He always keeps you updated on this. Like he's a fucking legend. But like he always keeps you updated on all the stuff's happening on YouTube or anything that's needs to be seen or heard about, really. I think I've just kind of done just like a brief kind of thing because I don't want to go into. I don't really want to drag out the video a whole lot either. I'm just kind of giving you a basic gist of what the whole this thing is, coming with COPPA and all this, because you can. Again, I know I keep saying, but all stuff in the server here, I will put links in the description. You can also just Google what the stuff is. Like, look this up if you haven't heard about it or read into it. Just. It's good to know a bit about it and what it can do, what it can cause, and all this, and how we can try and prevent it. Because if it goes through, we're fucked. Okay. Like, just big oof. Seriously, that's. I don't even know. So, sign the petition. We have to get 1 million, so over 500,000 so far. It could probably gone up more. But if we can hit over 1 million people to sign the petition for December, hopefully it won't go ahead with this. So, link description, sign the petition. I think like you need your name, like your name and email and that. It's, you gotta sign it. I'll leave this video here for now. It's kind of prime just done basic gist of everything. So again, you can jump in server if there's anything you're not clear about. There's tons of stuff mentioned, or just look it up. But definitely check this out. It's big news, okay? But this has been DudeNews. I'll see you next time. I don't even know how to end this video, dude.